Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is Wednesday, just after the 4th of July weekend, and we're actually heading into another weekend. So I thought I'd turn the camera on and let you know essentially what we've got going on for this upcoming weekend, and what we have for availability. But while we're doing that, we're gonna go around the campground and take care of a bunch of little projects that I've had on my list that we're going to go ahead and knock out today. And none of these take a whole lot of time individually, but added together we'll probably stay busy for a couple of hours here. So first and foremost, some of these I've already done. We've made a few upgrades around the campground. Nothing like earth-shattering, just little comfort type stuff. For one, I have no backlight on my back deck. This is my personal back deck up there, and as you can see on top of the window and on top of the slider door, I've installed a light up there. They're those cheap little solar powered LED lights that come on when motion is detected. So I bought a half a dozen or so of those for about 20 bucks. Like I said, they're super cheap. I don't have to run any wiring. They just run and they turn on when there's motion and they shut off when the motion goes away. So, you know, just to provide a little bit of light up there when I come outside. And I actually put two of them here as well, because we do have lights here, and we have one attached to the railing here to light up the driveway here when people come down through. But they don't do a good job at lighting up this area underneath, which is our access to the bathhouses, which right now are closed because of our sewer drainage issues. But I'm using them as storage still, so I still want light down here to be able to get in and out of here at night and be able to, you know, be able to see when I'm coming down here. Also, we have inside this cabinet, this is our cabinet that stores our life jackets and paddles for the boat rentals, and I've installed a light in here so that when you're coming in here in the dark, or when it's darker, you can see what you're doing. So we already done that today. All right, close that back up. And in addition to, speaking of lights, we have upgraded the lights on the Cedar Pond Campground sign. The old one that was there was an old shop light, and it was put there in a way where this side of the sign was not lit up at night and the other side was. So I replaced that shop light with two new shop lights that are LED. They should consume less power than the previous one. And with two of them now, both sides of the Cedar Pond Campground sign will be lit up. So that has already been done today. All right, so I'm up on the deck right now, and while I'm still back here, I wanted to talk about this little camper right here. As of right now, this camper is available for this upcoming weekend. And I also wanted to start talking about the weekend that the Jericho ATV Festival is happening. That weekend is July 30th through August 2nd. And I want to start talking about it now because that weekend is already starting to get pretty close to fully booked here at the campground. So we're going to go ahead and start telling you exactly what we have for availability on campsites and unit rentals for that weekend, because I am starting to run out of all of the above. While we are talking about that topic, this little camper right here down on the beach is available not only this upcoming weekend, July 10th through 12th, but it's also available July 30th through August 2nd. If you're interested in getting a nice little camper on the beach and you are just a party of two, that's all this camper can hold. It's not set up for families, it's set up for just a couple. go online and you can go ahead and have that booked, or you can call us at the campground at 603-631-5753. All right, we're here on the landing, and before we leave the landing area, we're sitting here in the in my ATV, getting ready to go into the campground to take care of a few things. But wanted to talk about some of the sites that are here on the landing that are available for not only this coming weekend, but for Jericho weekend, July 30th through August 2nd. Actually, I am fully booked here on the landing for this weekend, so unfortunately, if you were looking to come here this weekend, none of these sites, and not even the camper that we rent, which is on the back side of this big giant one, none of those campers are available for this upcoming weekend. So unfortunately, there isn't. The camper on site 2, which is our big bunkhouse rental, that one is still available on Jericho weekend, July 30th through August 2nd. So there is that. If you don't have a camper and want to do the ATV stuff over that weekend, we do have availability for that camper over there. Okay, one of the campers that is available for this weekend and Jericho weekend is this rental right here. This is one of our bigger bunkhouses. This can sleep about 8 people easily, and it has the big deck on the outside. We're going to stop here briefly and tell you that this site right here is site 16. This is available this weekend, and site 17 is also available this weekend right across from it, as is sites 7 and 11, which we passed on the way up the hill in order to get to where we are now. As for Jericho weekend, sites 7 and 11, again, we passed on the hill coming up here. 13, 15, which we passed right before we got here, and this site number 17 is available for Jericho weekend. This site over here, 16, is not available for Jericho weekend, as it is already taken. And as we move down the hill, this is site 18. This is one of our 2 affordable campsites at $20 a night. This site is available for this weekend, but it is not available for Jericho weekend at the end of the month. All right, one of our little maintenance issues that we got to take care of is the 20 amp circuit on this 26 has been down for a while, and I think have got the replacement for it. But as you can see, that circuit is missing right here. So I got a new circuit breaker that we got to install in here. So let's go ahead and get that done. All right. Let's turn on 26. That breaker. We have a working breaker. All right. as you can see, we have a great big screen right there. The other night when we were looking to watch the Team USA soccer game, we were trying to sit in the screen room to stay out of the bugs, which is right here, but our TV is over there and it's tiny. So what we did is we decided to go ahead and put up our projection screen and set up our projector, and we watched the game on this screen as it was after dark. So this is something we can't use during the day because my projector is not bright enough. But what became apparent is we could run the projector, but we could not power the lights in the screen room. So we're going to just stick this onto the extension cord that's coming to the screen room, so that now I can run the lights and the projector at the same time. Pretty simple thing. Admittedly, now I'm short on a wire, so I may have to get an extension cord of some kind. All right, that's done. All right, let's talk a little bit about sites some more. We'd already talked about the sites up on the hill, the tent sites, and we have talked about all of our rental units. Like I said, cabin 9 is available both weekends. Cabin 14 is available both weekends. Cabin 2, or camper 2, which is over there on the landing, is available this, Jericho weekend, but not this weekend. As far as the affordable sites, and in fact, we passed by affordable site 33. That sits in between campsites 22 and 24. Don't ask. I'm going to renumber the sites to make it more logical for next season, but I can't do any changes this year. It'll confuse everybody. So 33 is also available this weekend, but not on Jericho weekend. And 24 and 26. So the site that I was working on with the 20 amp power breaker that isn't working, well, it is working now. That pedestal's back up to 100%. So 26 is available, and the site right next to it, 24, is available for this weekend. Unfortunately, for Jericho weekend, July 30th through August 2nd, I don't have any full hookup sites available that weekend. We are fully booked for that weekend. So all we have for Jericho weekend is our rental units. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 6 rental units are available, and 10 sites. So if you were looking to get any accommodations for Jericho weekend and you have your own camper, all I have available for you is 10 sites. And then you can also book one of our rentals. But for this weekend, 24 and 26 are available. So, and right behind me is my camper. Well, not that Class A right here, but further back right there. I've talked about my camper a little bit. It's not quite ready just yet for this weekend. It will be ready for next weekend. But my camper is available for Jericho weekend as a rental. So if you do want to go ahead and book that, again, go on the website. You can book it or give us a call. I think that's it for site rentals and spots available for the campground. So let's continue. We've got to go down to the beach this time. I've got to put a carabiner on the paddle boat so it doesn't float away, and it makes it easier to take in and out. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, this is our third little project that we've got to do today. It involves this little carabiner. When we decided to put the paddle boat down here near the shore because of its weight, and we wanted to make it easy for people to take in and out, we anchored it to the beach, but we want to make it quick and easy to put it in and out. So I'm going to add this little carabiner to it so that it can be done. I don't know, in fact, I think it's already been done, but that's okay. We're gonna do it even better. This is the current setup, and I can see a carabiner has already been added, but I'm gonna do a quick release one so that we can be even faster. Just like that, we are done. So yeah, this is one of our boats. Whoop. So this is one of our boat rentals that we have. We have a 4-person paddle boat, and it's already been enjoyed by several families out here. You can rent it for $10 for 1 hour, $20 for 4 hours, and that boat is essentially available to take. You can put it out and take it anywhere on the lake. See, there's a little bit of remnants from the fireworks. We did a pretty good job at cleaning it all up, but there's some remnants that have floated ashore that we'll have to come down here and pick up piece by piece. Okay, the other 4 boats that we have for rental are right here on this rack. We've got 2 inflatable kayaks and one person kayak, and then this large canoe that can be rented by... Oh, that's lost air. That's not good. Both of them have. So if anybody takes those rentals out, they are going to have to pump them up even more. The inflatable kayaks can hold 2 people, totaling 400 pounds. So typically I recommend an adult and a kid in each boat. And then the green kayak, that's just 1 seat, 1 person. And then the canoe, you can probably, it has 2 seats in it. You can probably fit more if somebody kneels down, because it is a pretty good sized canoe. All right, while we're down here, I did bring my big camera with me because we did not shoot the outside of this camper when we did our photo shoot yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. All right, the last thing I got to do while we're shooting this video is we got to go up to site number 16 to shoot that site because it was occupied yesterday when we went and shot it. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. All right, that's everything I have for you today. We got a few little repairs done. Little upgrades done, and got you all caught up on all of our site availability for this weekend and for the Jericho weekend. As the Jericho weekend gets closer, I'll continue to update you on that weekend, because that is one of our busiest weekends of the year, because all the, kind of like Bike Week in Laconia, the Jericho week in Berlin is also very, very popular. So yeah, as we get closer, I'll continue to update you on that weekend. But now you know what we have available for this weekend. So if you want to get a site for this weekend, or the Jericho weekend for that matter, go onto our website at cedarpondcamping.com or call us at 603-631-5753, and we'll be happy to book you a site, whether it's a campsite, a tent site, or one of our rental units. We've got them all, and we're happy to have you. And hopefully you can see by now from the videos that attitudes are changing here at Cedar Pond Campground, and we're trying to make this place a great place to come visit and spend your time off, because I know you don't get much of it, and we want you to have the best time while you are relaxing on your days off. So with that, I'll go ahead and cut it off here, and we will see you in the next one. Bye for now.